Depth of objects. Part 1. Today we will learn how to measure the depth of objects. Vandana, don't go to the park to play during the rainy season. Play here at home.
Why, Papa?
I went for a walk in the park this morning and noticed that the constant downpour has formed deep pits in the park, and you may hurt yourself while playing.
Okay, Papa. But how deep are the pits?
I didn't have the scale, but it seemed to me about 15 centimeters to a meter deep.
15 centimeters to 1 meter. But usually centimeters and meters are used to measure the length and width. Why are you telling the depth in centimeters and meters, Papa?
Because depth is also measured in meters, centimeters, and kilometers.
Can you please explain, Papa? I did not understand.
Look, Vandana, different qualities of objects are measured. The length, width, and height of a brick is measured. In the same way, the depth of the pit is measured.
What are the objects in our house whose depth can be measured?
There are many objects in our house whose depth can be measured. Look at that cupboard. The depth of a cupboard is very useful measurement because more the depth of a cupboard is, there will be more space for storage.
Oh, so it is not necessary that we only measure the depth of those objects which are below ground.
Yes, Vandana. For instance, depth is also measured in kitchen utensils because they are filled with goods. The deeper the utensil, the more quantity it can hold. The depth of a vessel helps in determining what could be stored in it.
What are the other objects whose depth can be measured?
Look, you have already discovered examples of pits, cupboards and kitchen utensils whose depth is measured. Similarly, the depth of the well is measured. The depth of the sea is measured. The depth of the pond is measured, and the depth of a planter is also measured.
Okay, and the depth of all these is measured in centimeters and meters?
Yes, and it can be measured in kilometers as well.
Distance is measured in kilometers. What can be so deep to be measured in kilometers, Papa?
Do you know, Vandana, there are some areas in the sea which are more than 3 kilometers deep.
More than 3 kilometers deep. This is too much.
There are many objects in nature which surprise us. In the next class, you will study about these objects. Now tell me whether you understood what centimeter, meter, and kilometer can be used to measure.
Yes, Papa. The length, width, height, depth, and distance of objects are measured in centimeters, meters, and kilometers.
Today we learned centimeter, meter, and kilometer units are used to measure the length, width, height, and distance of objects, and how to measure the depths of objects.
Part 1. Today we will learn what is a kilometer, where is a kilometer used, and what is the relation between kilometer and meter. Ayushman? Ayushman!
Yes, Papa.
This time we are going to Nainital on a trip.
Oh, really?
Yes, see, this is the train ticket.
Let me see. How far is it?
It is approximately 300 kilometers from here.
300 meters?
No, Ayushman, 300 kilometers.
What does kilometer mean? In our class, they only taught us about meters.
Just like meters, kilometers are also used to measure length.
So is kilometers, like meters and centimeters, is a unit to measure the length?
Yes,
But centimeters are used to measure objects of short length and meters to measure long lengths. Then why another unit?
Because if we want to measure very long lengths, then it is not practical to use meter.
Like what things?
Like the distance between two cities.
I didn't understand.
Okay, I'll explain. First, tell me, how many centimeters are there in a meter?
There are 100 centimeters in a meter.
Similarly, there are 1000 meters in a kilometer.
Then 1,000 meters is a lot.
Yes, much more than the meter.
Our school sports competition had 1,000 meters race. So the people who participated in it ran 1 kilometer?
Yes,
Then 1 kilometer is a lot because the people running in it were very tired.
and Nainital is 300 kilometers away. As it is so far, we are going by train.
If 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters, how many meters away is Nainital?
It is very easy to calculate. Multiply it by 1000 to convert kilometer into meters.
To convert 300 kilometers into meters, I have to multiply 300 by 1,000.
Yes, then how many meters is it?
On multiplying 300 by 1,000, the answer is 3 lakh meters. It means we will go 3 lakh meters away.
That's why we say it's 300 kilometers away.
But how can I remember it that there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer, Papa?
For this, you just need to remember that kilo means 1000. Then kilometer will mean 1000 meters.
Yes, now it will be easy to remember. But if we are given in meter, how will we convert it into kilometers?
Very easy to convert meters into kilometers divided by 1000. For example, if 1000 meters is to be converted into kilometers divided by 1000, the answer will be 1 kilometer.
Got it!
Now check on the internet what all is worth visiting in Nainital and start planning so we don't miss anything. Today we learned that the kilometer is a unit of length measurement. There are 1000 meters in a kilometer. The given value is multiplied by 1000 to convert kilometer into meters. And the meter is divided by 1000 to convert to kilometer. Part 2. Today you will learn how distance can be written with 2 units. And how can you add or subtract 2 lengths given in 2 units.
I'm going on a trip to Nainital. Really? And we are going to Jaipur. Nainital is 300 kilometers away from here. Is that so? And Jaipur is 280 kilometers away. I thought you would ask what a kilometer is. No, I know that. Kilometer is a unit of length measurement. Yesterday my Papa told me. Papa told me yesterday too. If Nainital is 300 kilometers and Jaipur is 280 kilometers away, then the distance between Jaipur and Nainital is only 20 kilometers. That means we can also visit Jaipur while going to Nainital. Tell your Papa that we can go to both the places as the distance between them is only 20 kilometers. Papa, this time we should go to visit Jaipur along with Nainital.
No, the distance between the two is a lot. Let's go to Nainital and we will go to Jaipur some other time.
No, Papa, the distance between Nainital and Jaipur is not much. Only 20 kilometers.
No, Ayushman. There is a distance of 580 kilometers between the two.
No, Rehansh and I have calculated. Nainital is 300 kilometers and Jaipur is 280 kilometers away. If we subtract both, then only 20 kilometers will be left.
Yes, but when both are added, then it's 580 kilometers.
Yes, but why add?
Look, We are here. And if we go 300 kilometers towards right, we will come to Nainital. And if you go 280 kilometers left from here, we will come to Jaipur. Now tell me, how far is Jaipur from Nainital?
The distance between the two is 580 kilometers.
That's why we cannot go to Jaipur this time. We'll go later.
Okay, Dad.
I ask you another question related to distance.
Sure?
My office is 3 kilometers 400 meters away from here. What does it mean?
I know that. We can also tell the length using two different units. And this means that your office is 3 kilometers and 400 meters away.
You are right. Now tell me, how far I have to go to the office and come back?
You go 3 kilometers 400 meters to go to the office and then 3 kilometers 400 meters back. So we will add these two numbers.
All right. Now add.
But I cannot understand how they will be added.
Look, we can add numbers only when their units are the same. So here we will add the value of meter to the meter and we will add the value of kilometers to kilometers.
If you just add the value of the meter, the answer will be 800 meters. And adding the value of kilometers, the answer will be 6 kilometers. This means that you travel 6 kilometers 800 meters to go to and come back from the office.
Ayushman, you're absolutely right. One more question. How much less have I traveled from 7 kilometers?
If 6 kilometers 800 meters is deducted from 7 kilometers, the answer to your question will be known.
Absolutely right. Now subtract.
If there is no meter written along with the 7 kilometer, then how can we deduct it? I cannot understand that.
It's easy too. Do one thing. Convert both distances into meters.
To convert 7 kilometers into meters, we will multiply 1000 into it. So here it is 7000 meters. Just like that, multiplying by 1000 in 6 kilometers, the answer will come 6000 meters. And adding 800 meters to it, the answer will be 6800 meters.
Absolutely right. Now they can be subtracted because the units of both are the same.
The answer after subtracting them is 200 meters. That is, you have to cover a distance of 200 meters more to walk 7 kilometers a day.
Well done, Ayushman. Today you learned that distance or length can also be written in two units. Example, 3 kilometers, 400 meters. Values of two lengths can be added or subtracted only when they are written in a single unit.